Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to, I've actually kind of stopped remembering what episode we're on.
17.
That'll work.
17.
That's how long we've been doing this now. Professionals, if you will, in the very lightest sense of the word.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Coffee and Ketchup podcast. We're very excited. We've got a hilarious, very interesting guest on today. We're very excited to kind of let him talk a little bit about himself and maybe discuss some other things going on today and kind of get his take on them and his spin on them, if you will. I want to thank everybody first and foremost for all the love and support that we've gotten over the last couple weeks. We really hit a good jump. I think we've got 352 subscribers as of this morning, and we're getting lots of views, and it's just continuing to gain traction, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. That being said, we are going to order some T-shirts this week. I have it on good authority.
They're ordered.
They'll be here this week?
They'll be in this week, yeah. So when this episode's aired on Monday at noon, you can contact us. If you got my cell, I don't mind you texting or calling. Shoot us an email if you'd like. Call the phone number. Coffee and Ketchup does have a phone number. Give us a call. And we can get that order filled for you this week. Black T-shirts.
I mean, you can't do any better than that. You got the old merchandise on right now, Derek.
That's right,
loser.
That's right.
But anyways, we got a very exciting episode in store for y'all today. So first off, to my left, why don't you tell us who you are, maybe how old you are, where you're from.
Well, I'm Payton Johnson. I'm 25. I'm originally from Waynesboro, Burke County, but I'm living in Swainsboro now. Been there since 3rd grade, so I guess you could say I'm from Swainsboro.
That's going to be the farmland, middle Georgia area?
Oh, a bunch of pine trees.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
25, just a baby.
25?
25.
Yeah. Listen, now, it's going to be a little bit tougher for the two on the outside today because they're not, young and cool like me and Payton.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll try to explain some of the stuff.
We're old
that
and
y'all
cool.
may not.
Break it down for me, especially, please.
Yeah, we'll try to get you there.
Best you can.
Well, Brian, why don't you tell us kind of how you were introduced to Payton and how this you were the engine, if you will, behind today's episode.
Well, thank you, Chris. No, really, 2020, I was scrolling on TikTok. Had just gotten into TikTok. It was starting to really catch a lot of momentum then. The pandemic had just really hit. A couple of months before that, I was in my room one night scrolling TikTok, and I see this video of this guy, and I'm not going to get into it myself, but I see this video of this guy doing this hilarious TikTok dealing with the core of a toilet paper roll and a glass of orange juice, and I immediately followed him and was like, this guy has got it, bro. And Payton Johnson, everybody. So I have been a fan of yours for 3 years now, over 3 years now, and have always followed you, that old account that you had, and we'll get into that a little bit. And then I have since reconnected with you on TikTok and reached out. I reached out to him, what would you say, Payton, 3 months ago?
Yeah, 2-3 months.
2-3 months ago about having you come on the show.
Oh, that was right at the start.
Yeah, very, very, very start.
Oh yeah, this has been in the works.
Yeah, for sure it has, and we've discussed it back and forth, and you've always been very willing and very open to being a part of the show and coming on, and we're very grateful for that, for you coming down from Swainsboro, coming and meeting 3 strangers really, and so we.
I'm a fan of one though.
Hey.
Hey, have you been listening to pretty much your whole life, right?
My whole life, I was raised.
How
on
long have
classic
you been
country.
doing the radio?
I've been doing
His whole life.
Longer than he's been born.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're old, dude.
I know.
Yeah. Goodness.
You've been doing the jukebox that long?
I haven't been. I've been in radio.
Yeah.
That long.
Yeah.
I've been doing the jukebox. I don't know how many years. I'm not sure.
It's been a pile of them.
It's been a lot.
It's been a while.
It ain't been a little. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as Brian was saying earlier, kind of saw you on TikTok. I'm just curious as to why, what were your thoughts? So, we'll say 2020, peak of TikTok, COVID, all that kind of stuff. You would have been about 22. Got to do math real quick. 22. Because Brian is also another person. If you go to his TikTok page, he's got all kind of TikToks. He does all the coffee and ketchup TikToks. My TikTok page is blank. I've never uploaded any piece of content there at all, ever. Never really thought to. Why would somebody, or why did you think to yourself, I think I'm going to start uploading videos?
Well, I got my start on Snapchat.
Okay.
And
Okay.
several
You know what
people on
Snapchat
there.
is, Darren?
Yeah.
He just lied. He's going to be a lot of that, though. Don't worry.
And a lot of people was telling me, you need a TikTok. Stuff you do on here, you can do better on TikTok. Just download it. I was like, okay. So I downloaded it. I couldn't figure it out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had it 3 hours. This ain't for me. I deleted it. A couple months later, they was telling me again. I did it. And then I realized you could take your Snapchat videos and upload it to TikTok.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I did. And it did okay. But I was like, if I'm going to have 400 or 500 people, I'll just stick to Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then I found a video of my grandma. She cussed me out. Like, to the extreme. And I uploaded it. And I had all intention to go deer hunting next morning. I couldn't for my phone blowing up.
Uh-huh.
And 30,000 views later, that was my first
Got there kind of video.
Yeah.
video. And gained, I think it was 17,000 followers off of it. I was like, okay, all right.
That's
So-
insane.
It's a good jump.
That's insane.
So the world likes a older lady cussing.
Who doesn't, Who doesn't? Just an old country nana just tearing it up.
So for about 4 months there, I would intentionally make her mad.
Come on, Nana, we need some more content now. I wrecked the car.
And she got me up to about 70,000 followers.
Thanks,
That's
Nana.
crazy. Now, what do you call her, Payton?
Nana.
Nana. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I can't remember if it was Sam's Club or Costco. She went in there and got her some stuff, and she was going to check out, and the young girl that was at the register recognized her.
Oh, my goodness, dude.
And Nana at this point has no idea, right?
Well, she did, but she didn't know it was like that.
She
Yeah.
thought
didn't
you had made
realize
some funny videos with
She
her.
didn't
Some of
know
your
nothing about
friends
the
had
other ones I was
seen.
doing to her.
Now, is she living in Swainsboro, too?
She just moved to Augusta.
Okay,
About
so
a
was
year
that
ago.
where so let me say, she was out of town then. Yeah, so she wasn't even her hometown where they recognized her. She was out of town,
That
because there's no Costco or Sam's Club in Swainsboro.
That's a fair point. I
Yeah,
never did
so
anything about
she's
them.
in a bigger city, getting recognized by a young girl working. That's crazy.
But she called me that afternoon and said, I'm done. I don't want this.
Yeah.
Nope, no more. So I was like, okay, I got to change my perspective up on everything. Okay,
Yeah.
well, what can I do
Can't
now?
ride Nana's coattails.
Yeah.
No more. What are we going to do now?
Buddy.
So I was sitting there scrolling myself, and I saw a guy do what I did. But he had, I think, Powerade or Gatorade or something.
Uh-huh.
I scrolled again. I saw a guy doing it with water, but I saw millions of likes. I'm like, let me hop on this. So I was going to do it with a Coke.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, man, Coke's got acid in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, carbonated too.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing about orange juice.
You didn't know about the acid in that?
Nope, nobody told me you had to shake it up either.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But I did that, and within a 6-hour time frame, it was almost at 1 million views.
So
When it blew, it blew.
Oh.
So let me. I want to kind of set this up for those that haven't seen it. So you poured orange juice into a cup, was it a clear cup?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you took the inner part of the paper part, the cardboard part,
The core, if you will.
the core.
There you are.
Of
There
the
you
toilet
are.
paper.
Yeah.
And you sucked it up like a straw. Okay, so this would be a great time if Chris can insert that video for
I'm
those
going
that
to stop
have.
putting more. We already said we're going to put it at the beginning. It's going to be the intro to this video.
Just a clip of it.
Listen, we ain't putting. Y'all can find it when we link his TikTok in the description.
So
We're not
you
doing all
can't.
this
You
extra
can.
stuff.
You can link it to it so everybody will be able to go on and.
I can put his TikTok name in the description of the video.
Okay.
So they can.
I didn't know you had the power.
And
to
I'm
do
going to
that.
tell you now, if you haven't followed Payton already on TikTok, this would be the time to do it if you want a good laugh.
Yeah.
Because he puts some really good content out, and I just want to encourage all of our listeners and followers, man. Go check him out.
So
Payton
we
Johnson.
won't say exactly what happens when he does it. We'll let them go on and watch. And
Hopefully by this
see.
point they've seen. They've seen.
Out of all
the
3 videos
aftermath.
I had altogether was 80 million views.
80 million.
Tell me what that was like. Tell me what that felt like.
That's
crazy.
Because you're 23.
Two.
23.
Oh yeah, 20.
At the
Right.
time, 22,
Yeah,
23.
22, 23. And then you said 4 hours.
4 to 6 hours, it was already at 1 million views.
What'd that feel like?
I really didn't know how to take that.
Yeah.
Being what I did,
Yeah.
I didn't know what they was laughing at.
It's a fair question.
What were the comments?
Yeah.
What kind of comments were you getting on that?
Well, that was the video that taught me negativity.
Oh, I'm sure.
It taught me how to ignore it.
Yeah.
So now I get a
Great.
video, anything over 100 comments, I quit reading.
Great point.
I got you.
But it was definitely different. Waking up the next day, almost 10 million the next day was just outrageous. And then I think 2 or 3 days after that, I went to eat. We sat down at the table, and I kept seeing this woman. She was taking her phone. And I can't remember, was it my mama with me? And I told Mama, we'll say Mama. I think it was her. I said, is she doing what I think she's doing? She kind of eased her. I said, not too fast. She turned around, she looked, and she said, I think she's videoing you. Okay, all right, this ain't awkward. I mean, I got a burger, and it's just dripping. So about 10 minutes later, the woman gets up, and she comes to the table. She says, are you the guy that did the orange juice? I said, yes, ma'am. I just want to let you know my family loves that video. And what is that, 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years.
I get that to this day.
That is awesome.
You're the orange juice guy.
You're
Yeah.
the orange juice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a name, but yeah.
You can call me Payton if you'd like.
Orange juice guy.
Don't call him OJ.
But I was getting
get that done?
messages on my Instagram, and I was ignoring because I thought it was scams.
Yeah.
But these verified accounts was messaging me. I'm like, they got a blue check mark for a reason.
Right.
I still ignored it. Then I'm at work, and I get a phone call from Los Angeles. Okay. And this is orange juice and the Coke and Mentos.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Both of these
too.
videos was
Yeah.
already dropped. And this woman, she calls me. She said, am I speaking to Payton Johnson? I said, who's asking? She said, I am. She said, I work for Junkin Media, which is like your Fail Army and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And she was like, we've been trying to reach out to you to get the rights to your video if you wanted to sign them over. I'm like, okay. She said you would get a certain percentage of revenue. I'm like, all right.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
And she said, I'm going to send you an email. You just read it, sign it, and you're done. Just send us a clean copy of each video. All right, I can do that. Well, about 30 minutes later, I sent her a text message. Do I need to put my 2 weeks notice in? She said, I do not advise that.
Okay.
She wasn't lying. I was heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I thought I was going to meet my maker with that orange juice. I figured I was worth more than that.
So you were disappointed, to say the least, in what they came at you with the offer? Is that what it was?
I was getting paid every 6 months. Orange juice was around $1,800 total, and the Coke and Mentos was like $2,300. Because the Coke and Mentos actually blew up on Facebook.
Okay.
TikTok took it down, like the rest of my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to get into that too, if you will.
They took it down for self-harm.
No.
That's so crazy,
No
especially
kidding.
where, and I guess with like in the 3 years that TikTok has been up, I'm sure they've kind of figured out more of like legal repercussions and kind of how to tiptoe community guidelines, and I'm sure they've reworked it 100 times since then. But comparatively to like some of the stuff that they have on TikTok today, that is obnoxious that would get taken down for self-harm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So your following had gotten
The orange juice got me to around 300K.
okay.
And then 2 months later, I did the Coke and Mentos,
Uh-huh.
and that got me to around 500. And then after that, it kind of slowed down. But I mean, I just kept doing whatever, and I finally built myself up to almost 950,000. And July 4th of last year, I woke up to my whole account banned. So I was almost at $1 million, lost all of them overnight. I remade this
Golly.
one, and like 150,000 of them realized, oh, he's gone. They followed his new account.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying my best to get my following back.
Yeah.
Man.
So you talked about how it felt whenever you got up to 1 million views in 4 to 6 hours.
That was crazy.
Probably a high like you haven't experienced on different levels.
Now, the grandma videos took it 3 or 4 days, but they got on up to 200,000-300,000.
Okay.
And then they'll just flatline.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that one grew and grew, and TikTok,
Yeah.
I think it got up to 20 million. And then Facebook got it. It got up to 10 or 12 million. And then the Coke and Mentos, it got up to almost 500,000. And TikTok took it down. But somebody grabbed the video and put it on Facebook.
Now put it on Facebook, meaning they put is that like a
I didn't get no credit at all for
is that Facebook? What do they call that? Reels?
Reels.
I don't
Like
know.
that
Was that what it
before
was
the
on?
Reels.
Okay, so it was just like on an account on a Facebook
Yeah,
account.
some lady grabbed it and she put it on hers, and I think she got 30 million.
Good night.
Yeah.
So go from the contrast of that high of man growing, popularity growing, followers are growing, to waking up on, you said July the 4th?
Mhm.
And the account's gone.
3 years gone, just like that. I'm like, well, all right.
Wow.
This is kind of a personal question, but I'm asking, did I would imagine, Payton, 3 years of your life invested, because it's like for me with a video game.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did it almost feel like something was stripped from you, like part of you was just like
My heart.
I mean, you think about it, though. It's something that you've worked towards
3
and
years to build
dedicated time to. Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
sweat, tears.
Yeah.
Oh, we still talking about TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's one of the reasons I love you, bro. You're so quick with it, man.
But yeah, that is true. That because for anybody who's not ever, for a lot of people who just scroll TikTok,
Yeah.
there's no kind of. You're not gonna help me.
For you.
There's no
For you.
insight. There's no sort of insight on like what it takes to make content
Yeah.
in today's world where
Yeah.
everybody makes content, you know, and then to put the work in and, you know, to really make it, you've got to upload constantly,
Yeah.
you know, and you've got to be creative with your content. And, you know, it does take a certain amount of work, you know, and effort and a even more amount of time, you know, and to be right there on, you know, coming up on that million mark and just have it smashed. I mean,
That's
Now, one
tough.
thing I can say about that is it's the videos you least expect. Like, if you spend time editing, putting swirly things in the video, making it look all cool, unique, it ain't gonna do it.
You're right.
It's the ones you least. I didn't think me about to pass out from orange juice, or having Mentos shot down my throat was gonna do anything.
so what you're saying is I need to stop editing and I just need to upload these straight on up there.
Just,
You make a good point. You make a real good point.
Yeah, because I've talked about that with some of Brian's videos. He's had some that he put a lot of time into. He's got like this NASCAR one that to me today is still the funniest
one I've ever put
It
out.
was a script, and
Yeah.
he did it so well, and I still laugh every time, and it tanked.
It didn't do
It didn't do it.
But the one, and listen, no comparison to what numbers you were doing and the following that you got from it at all. Not even saying that. To back up your point, the video that I made that jumped out there, certainly did not expect it. It was like me just talking about how bad a friend of mine looked a year ago when he was on drugs and how better he looked now a year later since he had been clean. And I think I mentioned that he looked like a skeleton wrapped in electric tape. And it
It's a good visual, isn't it?
and it took off like a rocket.
Yeah.
And I remember, that's why I asked you, because I remember, man, sitting around, as I was telling you earlier, like getting off of work and like taking my boots off and just like looking at TikTok, and it had that 99 plus notification on there, and I was like, what the crap is happening? And that's what it was. And I was like, I'm not going to call his name, but I was like, hey, man, you got to see this. And then it went from there. And then like a couple of them were bam, 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 kind of semi-successful. My daughter and I did one on my birthday about how awesome of a child I have and her being proud of me and all that, about her coming back into my life because we had lost touch, from my addiction back then. And that one, did real well. But then I started putting effort into it, and I started thinking, and I mean, if I do this, and if I do this, and do the lighting, and they were just like, So that's funny, man.
You also got to look at your time zones, like your East Coast, West Coast. What's the middle one? Middle
Central.
Coast, that thing.
Mountain. That's
Yes.
one too, isn't it?
That is
See, I'm
You
not
gotta
as
figure
dumb
them
as y'all
out,
make
too.
me out to be.
So what's the difference? You got hours, and then the next one's an hour, and the next one's two
Right.
hours.
Right.
So time to post, I try to post now around lunchtime, Eastern time.
Mhm.
So therefore, as everybody's at work, coming into lunch, they can pick up on it.
Huh.
And that's the reason I do my lives at 9 o'clock at night. Because everybody's, usually 9 o'clock, you coming in, settling down.
Yeah.
Then 8, you laying down. What else you going to do? Scroll through TikTok. So,
plus 5 and 6 o'clock on the
That's
West
pretty-
Coast.
that's
They're
pretty
off of
brilliant.
work,
That's
so they can
brilliant.
have their phone out and type stuff. Yeah, that's why
That's
we
very
post at 12 o'clock.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely right. And I don't know as much, about like the TikTok and a lot of the short form content. I've done my fair share of like research on like the YouTube algorithm and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, trying to figure out that where editing is much more important. And definitely though, like the consistency of uploading and the time frame, absolutely. 12 o'clock is a very popular time on the East Coast, especially because you catch people waking up in the morning.
I think
So
Derek's got something over there. He's grinning like
That makes sense though now to me, because I think I've probably got 7 or 8 videos out there, and I think the most popular one I had 15 likes. So I think
1,000, 15,000?
15, just 15. So my point is, I think
Almost
it's
16.
about what time I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if you'd have released it at a 12 o'clock or something, you probably would have gotten 17 likes.
If I don't learn anything else, I've learned this during this episode.
Hey, when
I'll
Payton
be on the
figured
lookout
out,
for
when
Derek's TikTok.
It's fixing to blow up.
It's fit to be the new one.
Blow
We
up.
I'm
got the next
sure-
Mr. Beast sitting over
I'm
here.
sure you're about to go to 16 because Payton does that like he's a fan. So he'll probably go in and heart all them 5 videos you've made.
I got you.
Appreciate it, Payton.
Oh man, that is too
God, if you would friend him and he friends you back, it's over with, bro. It's a wrap.
That's it.
It is a wrap, man.
But TikTok did do one thing for me that I really enjoyed. I made a video telling people what I wanted for Christmas. I think this was like in November. And I asked my followers to help me out, was to get a follow back from Clay Walker. They reached out, he commented on it, and he followed me back.
No kidding.
That made my day. I think that's
That's
my
pretty
favorite
smooth right
That
there.
artist.
is cool.
That's pretty smooth.
And then 6 months later, he unfollowed me.
Clay.
Come on, Clay. Hypnotize the moon.
Yeah, Clay.
Derek, stop playing Clay Walker down there on Saturday nights.
I don't.
I don't appreciate that
He's a
unfollow.
country singer.
That, yeah.
He's a country singer. Okay. No, Clay. Damn it. Well,
Hypnotize.
yeah. Anyway. Well, all right.
So long as Caitlin doesn't unfollow Coffee and
I was just
Ketchup.
about to say. I was already about to say. Brian's got
Hey,
Caitlin Curtis following the
look.
Coffee and Ketchup for 6
Boy.
months at least.
Boy.
Brian will be heartbroken if she ever
We're
stops
shutting
off.
it down.
You know,
We're shutting down.
that'll be the
production.
end of it right there.
Yes, sir.
That'll be the
Yes,
end of
sir.
it.
I'm a fan. So what are you into besides being an awesome
Besides Tic Tac.
Entertainer.
entertainer on TikTok?
Well, it's like my side hustle, in which I want to turn it into something here very soon. It's a car audio.
Okay.
I really enjoy that. That's my life. That's my drug.
Okay. All right.
Like it.
So you building, connecting, hooking up,
I do
wiring up.
installs, which
Install,
I hate
that's the
wires,
word.
but I mean I'll do them, and I build speaker boxes.
Okay. I think you were saying earlier your math teacher was telling you that.
Yeah, she woke me up in math class and
Woke me up.
told
It's
me I
always a
needed
good
to-
start.
Needed to do this test. I'm like, I don't know what X is. She said, well, you're going to need it one day in life. And I no, I'm not. Just push the paper on back, go back to sleep. Look at me now, over here trying to scratch my head, trying to figure out what X equals.
Yeah.
trying to get in touch with her, see if she can answer a couple of questions I got about these X's and Y's over
Miss
here.
Math teacher, what was that ohm thing you were trying to tell me about again?
Hello, Miss Lady.
Resistance of what?
That's big into it, too.
Yeah.
So listen to that, too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and I'm not sure. I guess that would have to fall into just some sort of science when you talk about like electricity.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah.
But for those, I would definitely would not say that I've done it even as a side hustle. I've helped some people do it, and I've installed some systems. But you got to know all kinds about ohms and resistance, and
That's
how you're going to wire everything, and how to
right.
pair subs to amps, and
Tweeters and all that stuff. Equalizers.
You know when
Not bad.
when you see the windshield and the windows vibrate and moving like that.
Yeah.
That is the push and pull of the speaker,
Pressure creator.
pressure creator.
you know what makes me so mad, Derek, is he's not wrong,
But he's not
but he's
right.
but he's not right.
That,
You know what I mean?
Like in a lot of situations, yeah. So,
Like-
Payton, how long have you been into car audio?
I got into it right after I got out of racing. I did do dirt track racing and stuff like that. So about 8 years. Been building speaker boxes for 5.
Who got you into that? That's just something you just were interested in? Or?
I met up with a guy, I think we've been for 5 years now, and he's become my best friend, like a father figure to me. His name's William Gay. He's out of Metter, Georgia, and he's taught me everything I know about car audio. And we just click. That's our thing.
Yeah.
Go to shows all over the East Coast, like from Virginia, Florida.
Wow.
Next year, I plan on trying to go to that middle. What's that called?
Yeah.
again?
Mountain.
Yeah, that. I
Mountain,
guess.
right?
Central.
Central. Yeah, that's it.
Central
I plan
Standard
on going over in that direction next year.
Very
with it.
good.
But yeah, he's taught me a lot, and that's just a dad.
That's cool, man.
And something that you're passionate about too, so that makes it. That's good. It's kind of like, I guess that'd be your fishing or your hunting. I guess is car audio.
I enjoy that too, but I don't have no property.
Well, that would be like my fishing or hunting, because I don't fish or hunt. Do you have to have property to hunt? You can't just like stand on the back porch, or is that frowned upon?
That would probably be frowned upon.
Really?
I mean, you can roll your windows down.
Hey, listen, I'm all
I don't
for getting
recommend
the
that.
deer out of here. I'm sick and tired of losing vehicles from deer. Get them going.
They
Get
work
them
for the
going.
insurance company.
They do.
They really do.
So I don't know much about TikTok. Obviously,
We know.
15 likes on my videos. And that was total. That was for all 6 of the
That's for
videos.
every
It
piece
wasn't
he's
one
ever put
video
out.
thing.
Right.
So, is there a way
wow.
that you can tell where the folks that like your videos are from? I mean, is it all Georgia? Did it branch out?
It don't really give you a specific place, but you can check your analytics.
Mm-hmm.
And mine, I have a couple in Georgia, like Atlanta and Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
But most of mine are Alabama, New York,
Wow.
Texas, Tennessee, like that. That's my range. Is like in the middle
Mm-hmm.
part of the United States. Oklahoma, that's a big one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I love
Why?
Oklahoma.
Why do you think that is?
Because that's where the wind goes sweeping down the plains.
Because that's where Zach Bryan is from.
Oh, God. They have better orange juice in Oklahoma.
Maybe.
That might be one.
Maybe it won't be so chunky over there.
Hey, was it pulp? Did it have pulp in
Did
it?
it?
Did I bet you ain't never had no. Everything's pulp free in the house.
That's
now,
why I said
ain't it?
nobody told me I was supposed to shake it up.
Oh man.
He's legitimate. He thinks he's got like a drink of orange juice. He's really got like a food of orange juice. He's
Yeah.
like
That
a
is
spoon
funny.
could eat it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just take it straight up a toilet paper roll.
I'm gonna call about this tree.
I'm coming. Coming. Butt crack plumbing.
I'm looking for the tree service.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Timber tree service.
I was seeing if you could come look at a tree for me next week.
I might could squeeze you in, man. I think I could squeeze you in.
Poor Payton. Don't get tricked like Payton. Call someone you can trust, like Buckeye Preferred Services. Over 35 years in the industry of tree work and removal, they are cutting out your problems, and you can reach them at 478-484-2178 or 478-278-5574. Also, we have got our black t-shirts in stock if you would like one, or if you like the advertising that we just did and would like to learn how you can advertise on our channel, you can reach us at coffeeandcatchuppc at gmail.com. Now, back to the podcast.
So you go live
It's still so funny.
at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock Monday through Thursday.
What's the reason behind the Monday through Thursday? I was curious.
For one, Friday night this time of year, you got high school football.
Dude, you are smart.
And then
I'm not even being funny, bro.
I know,
You-
seriously,
like, you
really.
think so outside the box with this stuff.
And then Saturday, of
Yeah,
course, you
forget
got
that
college,
math teacher.
college football, roll tide.
We
Yeah.
can edit that.
Yeah, we will edit that.
We're leaving that in. We are leaving that in.
You gonna put a little beep there?
Roll.
But yeah,
You got college football, and you also got Saturday Night Jukebox, which in Middle Georgia, no one would be watching TikTok during that time, I'm sure.
yeah. And, I mean, the weekend, I use that to kind of live my life
Okay.
and do stuff.
Kind of step away
Yeah.
and enjoy Payton time. Payto.
You want to know how I got that name?
Yeah, I do.
Well, me and my buddy went to Savannah to Tybee.
Old do tell.
This is gonna be good.
And you know the Arby's on Tybee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there at the is it Daryl's? That's the club right there. They do karaoke.
No, it's not Daryl's.
Is it not?
No, I don't think
I
so.
would have swore it was Daryl. Anyway,
Yeah,
Arby's.
when you go up there, it's right here.
yeah.
We went to it, and I was hungry, of course.
Sure. Why else would you be in
Now I know why you have Tennessee and Alabama. I know why your followers are there now because you were hungry.
He was hungry.
Yeah.
So I went in there, and I ordered my food, and the lady said, what's your name? I said, Payton. Payton. 2 times later, after saying my name 4 times, she started typing something in. All right, and then this big dude, I'm talking, he had to be 6'4". He come out with my food, held it up, Payto. And everybody we was there with just started laughing, and it stuck to them. They started calling it, and regularly my family starts calling me that.
No kidding.
And I'm like, well, I guess I'm Payto now.
Oh,
That is
I
too
like
funny.
him.
Yeah, that's
I
too
like
funny
him.
how nicknames can happen like that.
I'm
How do
telling
you
you.
get Payto out of Payton?
You just leave the N off.
She ain't
Yeah,
hear
it's
that.
not that hard there. It's one letter.
We'll let you write it down later and see how that happened.
You know what? Y'all both know what I'm saying.
Listen, the sad thing is, dude, if we could like Truman Show your brother, he would have more of a TikTok following than anybody. He really does have good
I
content.
agree.
We just never, you know what I mean? We just have to follow him around with the camera for like 48 hours, and we'll have
Accidental.
gold.
Accidental.
It's too funny.
That is good stuff.
So, Payton, almost like your daughter, you know what I mean? I was told her name, and I was like, well, that's Sydney.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah, it's stuck.
It is now.
It has stuck. So, Payton, you were in a. Don't know it. We don't know anything about this. Really, we're finna find out right now for the first time. You were in an accident.
Yes, sir.
You mind talking about that?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
What happened?
Oh, well. We were in Augusta, and you know how Augusta is. We popped around this curve, and a semi decided he wanted to pull out, and didn't have nowhere else to go. And I kind of ended up sort of underneath the trailer.
You were driving?
I was a
Okay.
passenger.
Okay. All right.
Wear your seatbelts.
Yeah. Very true.
I will say that because after impact, it was like slow motion,
Yeah.
and it took forever to make impact. Is it gonna happen or not? And then bam, next thing I know, I'm folded like a pretzel into the floorboard. I pushed myself out. There's smoke everywhere. Everybody in the vehicle was just hooping and hollering, and I'm like, just shh. They're like, the car's on fire. I'm like, no, that's just the radiator. Are y'all good? I'm good. I thought. And firefighters and all them got there. They jumped in the vehicle and they put the car in park. When he did, his knuckle hit me right on the kneecap, and my left leg folded, like on my femur area. I'm like, well, my leg's broke. And the sad part about it, I was on the phone with the guy that sponsored me in my car audio.
When
He
the
heard
wreck
it.
happened, so
Yeah.
he heard it.
He heard it all.
Oh gosh.
And when I figured out my leg was broke, that's what I said. My leg. And we laugh about it now, but he told me it sounded like one of those SpongeBob episodes. I hear my leg.
Leave it to you to make a joke about a horrible accident.
And they finally got me to the hospital after that ride from the wreck. What, 3.8 miles? And that, what you call it?
Ambulance?
It was a fancy ambulance. Fancy. They couldn't give me no pain medicine. They
A
couldn't give me
fambulance.
nothing.
I swear.
When I got the check in the mail that I had to pay for that ambulance ride, 3.8 miles, I'm thinking about buying one.
Listen,
Uber ambulance.
I'm telling, but that's a racket right there.
But they rolled me up into the hospital, and they was like, give him 0.5 fentanyl. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what? Like, people in my town are, you know,
Dying from this stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It's
rough.
a loaded word for sure.
But when they stuck it in me,
What leg?
Started realizing how people are dying from it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that was different. It was like you can't talk, you just zoned out.
Yeah.
And then they gave me another 0.5. At that time, that's when they was cutting my clothes off.
Yeah.
I just got them jeans.
It's always like that, isn't it?
Favorite pair.
And like I'm zoned out. They started giving me morphine, Dilaudid, on top of all this. And what felt like 10 minutes to me was really 2 hours.
Yeah.
They sent me to a CAT scan, gave me that, and I come into this small room. I see my mama, I see my grandma, and my mama actually has it on video. She was like, "What's wrong?" I said, "My teeth are itching."
Oh
How do you scratch your teeth?
Oh gosh.
Listen.
It kind of is funny.
It's
Chris.
funny because every addict who's ever done opiates was just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because me and Brian were
Yeah.
both just like, oh yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
I'm with you, bro.
You know, if you take your tongue and like rub the top of your mouth, how you get that little tickle feeling? That's what my teeth felt like.
Yeah.
No, I have what? That's crazy. I never.
And then they asked my mama and grandma to leave the room because this wasn't gonna be pleasant. Okay. Well, a lady come on this side of me, a man on this side, another man laid across my stomach. They was like, hold my hand. For what? Like, well, old Doc over here pulls out a drill. And you know, like the drill bit, like you would drill in the wood.
Yeah.
And go straight through my left leg with it.
Jeez.
I think I gave these two over here cerebral palsy when I got done squeezing.
God dang.
It was so bad, I got to the point where I asked the man, I said, is this a hospital or a torture room?
And you on all that medication, you still.
I felt it.
Felt
Every centimeter.
Yeah.
I didn't say some good. I think it was the first time my grandma ever heard me cuss.
Man.
She said I wasn't mad. I knew it hurt.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No
Thank you,
joke.
Nana. Thanks for understanding, Nana.
But that was the worst experience. Breaking my left femur in two places, right there at my knee and right there at my hip, and split it down the middle. I had to go into surgery for that. They put a rod, and several screws and nuts, and then on top of that, I broke my back. My L3, L4, herniated disc, and fractured whatever the lower bone is down there. Fractured that too. And then he wanted to do, what's that, MRI? Yeah, MRI. He wanted to do that to find out where my pain was at, and he found another break, and he told me that my back was pretty much decapitated. It twisted my spine, and it was just holding on to something. But it wasn't healing. He didn't want it to heal like that. So I went and had surgery on that about a month and a half ago, and I feel a whole lot better now.
Yeah.
But he told me if I'd have failed, twisted wrong, anything, he said my spine would have shot through my stomach.
Woo! When was the wreck?
November of last year. November 11th of last year.
So from November of last year all the way to a month and a half ago, if you had fallen wrong, you'd have
Twisted. He said that the spine was twisted and like wedged into something. He said that's why you're hurting.
Oh my God.
So he lined it back up, took some bone off another bone, and I guess just patched it back together for me. I got rods and screws in my back, in my leg. So I honestly, I told him to break my other leg and give me another inch in height.
Oh my God.
But they wouldn't do it.
Jeez.
That answers my next question. My next question was a little bit like, all right, so is it too soon to joke about it? But no, that answers that.
Wow.
Dang, dude. So this has been within a year.
Yeah.
You've had, what's that, 2 surgeries?
Mm-hmm.
I hate to ask the question, were your injuries the worst of the folks that was in the vehicle, that were in the vehicle? Yours were the worst.
The other one had a seatbelt burn and severe whiplash.
Jeez.
A seatbelt burn. You got a drill in your leg.
But you know something funny? When I was going to get surgery for my leg, they rolled me up in here, and just know Grey's Anatomy did great. Like, this was a spitting image. The hats, everything.
Yeah.
Make it look real on TV.
They know what they're talking about.
Oh, God.
This older lady with a clipboard, she come up to me, she said, I got to tell you this. There's a 50-50 chance you're going to make it out of here.
Really?
What?
Who tells people that?
Really?
Yeah. And then this fancy dude, he come up to me. They put this thing around my neck, look, gas, whatever, to put you to sleep.
Yeah.
He said, what music you listen to? I said, country. I'm expecting George Strait, Conway Twitty. No. They play
Kane
You Should
Brown.
Probably Go to Bed by Dan and Shay.
Really?
Oh.
Y'all did this on purpose.
You should probably go to bed.
That's not the song you want to be.
They're not like about that. Like,
I'm not real big on new country, so.
That's
No,
wild. They couldn't even play Dinosaur.
That actually offended me. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I said country.
Yeah,
and that's not country.
that is not. Yeah, Chris knows.
It's not
Chris
real
knows.
country. Dang, that's. I didn't realize it was such a short time frame that it just been within the last year. All that had happened. Dang.
They should have picked. What would you have picked if you could have picked the song? I've got one in my
Actually, a very
mind.
good question.
I mean, at that point in time, I don't know what I'd pick.
I think I would have picked, if they would have said, Derek, what do you pick for him? I'd have said, Hank Jr. Feeling Better.
Not a bad one.
That's where you going to be.
That's right.
Because that's real country.
Because Derek knows real country.
Feeling Better.
Feeling better.
Now that I'm
By
back on
Bo
the road.
Cephas.
Anyway.
I might would have went with Clint Black. Killing Time.
Killing time. That's killing me, right?
Something
Killing
like
time
that.
is killing me.
Yeah, that's it.
I have a question. What kind of drill was it? Was it a DeWalt?
It better
Milwaukee.
be. Brother, listen.
Electric one, I know that.
Listen. So you want to get some hate in the comments? Milwaukee's better for like foreman. Workers use DeWalt. What kind of drill you got?
D-Walt.
DeWalt.
Dang right you did.
Yellow baby all day.
All
what kind
day
of drill
yellow.
I got?
Black
What?
and yellow.
DeWalt.
Ask me what kind I got.
Construction foremans have Milwaukee.
Ask me what kind I got.
Overpriced and pretty. I'm not even. I can't.
What kind you got?
I got them both.
Of course he does.
I got them both, baby.
And he got
Oh, my
holsters
gosh.
for him too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like the police with a pistol and a taser. Depends on which job site I'm on, which drill I use.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I think I would have wanted them to knock me out before they come at me with a drill.
I'd have had to have more than just some pain medication.
Yeah.
Like I need to be unconscious.
Well, they gave me, like, he was like, this is going to feel like little ant bites, bee stings around your knee. And he gave me that. Yep.
Hey, this is gonna feel like ant bites or bee stings. Actually, Doc, that feels like a drill. That feels like a drill a half-inch in my
What
leg
kind of
right
ants
now.
have been biting on you, doctor?
Got them have rainforest ants. He's been trying to compare it to.
He's been to the Sahara.
Good God.
That's wild, man.
Oh man,
That is so wild.
Derek, you got an injury? You got an injury, something similar like that?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nowhere near.
Oh, my bad. I thought earlier you were saying that you also had an injury that was pretty rough.
So mine was a mishap. I wouldn't call it injury. So
Did you have to go to the doctor?
I did go to the doctor. I might not should have, but I did. So I went out of town last weekend, and I was getting my stuff and putting it in the vehicle, and I'd already made one trip out to the vehicle and put my stuff in it. And then I had some more stuff, so I grabbed up, had something in my right hand, and then I had in my left hand I had some Sprites and a pair of shoes. So I just went out the door, and as soon as I did, I don't know if I tripped over my feet. There's only one step, and so I didn't go down the steps wrong. I think my shoe may have come off or something. So anyway, I just went straight to the ground, and it was extremely embarrassing. Somebody was there with me. She didn't see me, thank goodness, but she came on.
She heard you.
She heard me, and she thought I just dropped something. And I did.
Can you imagine what that would sound like?
I
right
can.
I dropped myself and everything else that I had. And so she came around my truck and she said, "Are you okay?" And I was embarrassed. So I just got up and I said, "Yeah, give me just a minute to compose myself." So I just stood there at my truck, and propped up. Anyway, we went out of town. That was Thursday. So Friday evening, Saturday, I started hurting in my side over here on my left side. And so by the time we got back, it hurt to get up and down off the couch, So I said, let me go to the doctor. So I went. They did x-rays. They looked at the x-rays, couldn't see anything wrong. I figured maybe I got a fractured rib or something. I think I do, but they couldn't see it for sure. They gave me a shot in my left cheek, a shot in my right cheek.
Your
and
cheek?
Yeah. When I pulled my drawers down.
The lower
Yeah,
cheek,
the lower
not
cheek,
the
the lower
upper
Okay,
cheeks.
then. All right.
Anyway, so it still bothers. It hurts when I laugh, and if somebody pokes me in the side, and it hurts.
Stay off of Payton's TikToks, then.
It's probably put a hurting on the content you've been putting out lately, too, I'm sure.
It may have.
Probably hurt some of them likes you still got. Which actually, good story brings us to our sponsor for today's video, Life Alert. If you or other people have somebody that's getting on up there, has problems with just walking, apparently, make sure you look into Life Alert.
I had my
Because
hands
listen,
full too,
listen.
man.
What if you didn't have someone here? How would you have called for help?
That's true.
Life Alert. That's
Life
how.
Alert.
I got up.
We're here for you, Derek.
I sprung right
We're
up.
here for you, Derek. We're just worried about you.
They even have like prettier necklaces to put it on now.
Look,
dude.
we
You
can
go
paint
get-
it gold or something
yeah,
or silver.
Get you one like Chris has got over here. You know what I mean?
Get you
Tag
nice
it onto that.
Yeah.
We're just concerned for you, Derek.
That's right. We need the country jukebox. What is it called?
Classic country.
That too. We need the
jukebox.
real country jukebox to continue. We can't have you getting injured or falling and nobody know that you fell. Help!
No.
Help!
Hey, let me tell you what happened to me the other day. Peyton, you'll get a kick out of this. Similar to what happened to you at the restaurant, except I didn't get the video camera pulled out on me. I go into Paul's Tire. What's up, Tyler? And my buddy.
Like the motorcycle guy? That's Paul's Taco Shop. My bad. Keep going.
I was dead in the middle of a story.
You was dead at the beginning of the story. We're not doing
And
that.
there's two people in there, man, waiting on their vehicle to get serviced or whatever. It's a lady and a young man. And I didn't know him. I go up and I talk to Tyler, my buddy from life. All my life known Tyler. Go up and talk to him for a minute. I sit down, and they're looking at me. And the lady says to the guy, "Do you know who that is?" And I was like, they have got me mistaken with somebody. And he looked at her, and he shook his head, yeah. And she said, "That's Brian Thomas from Coffee and Ketchup." It really,
For real?
It really happened. And I was like, hey.
Did you do an autograph?
No, but I did take a selfie with him. No, I really didn't take a selfie with him. But no, so Twyla, Thomas, what's up? Appreciate you guys stopping me and letting me know who you were at Paul's on Thursday or whenever that was this past week. And shout out to Thomas. Thanks for listening. Really cool guy, man. And actually, let me tell you who he is. He is Chucky's son. The mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
The mechanic
you
that
did tell me about
the mechanic that I
Chucky's
help
son.
out on the side when he's got stuff.
Right, when he's got
gets-
stuff that he
when-
can't figure
when
out.
he gets
Right,
twisted
when he
up
gets
on
Not what I
on
pictured.
something.
That is.
Because that's not how it is. You know, because that's not how it is at all.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
It was really cool, man. They're faithful viewers and listeners of the
Well,
podcast.
good, man. Shout out y'all. Thanks for the
Shout
support.
out. So apparently there's a new Saw out in theaters now.
X, right?
Casey was telling me about it. Yeah, 10, I
That
guess.
Casey?
Yeah, that Casey. He took his on a date night. Took
It's
his
not.
wife.
It ain't Saw 10.
It is.
It's
X
Saw
is
10.
10.
They're trying to keep up with Fast and Furious.
They definitely are. Yeah.
Just put down stuff.
Yeah, just throwing it out there. But yeah. So in the Saw fashion, I want to ask you three a question. You want to play a little game?
Not particularly, no.
I've got some country artists here
Oh, God.
who hail from
Is this
the
because of the
state.
fifth grader thing? Everybody's salty about that because I know more about fifth grade math than everybody. Now we're gonna
No,
do
this is because
Fine.
Payton is on the show, and I know Payton to be a huge country music artist, and
a huge
Derek
country music
is
artist?
I
a
wish.
is
or a huge country music artist fan.
fan.
You know what
Let me tell you what, I have heard this guy sing, and he could be a country music artist.
That's right.
On the real, you do have a great voice, man.
On the frontage road.
I'm serious.
I got stage fright.
Well, listen, I understand that, but I've heard you sing on your lives before, and you do a really good job. So I'm gonna give you the artist, and I want you to tell me what part of Georgia are they from.
This is the hardest test I've ever taken in my life. All right, let's go.
We'll start off easy, Chris. Not just for you, but I'm sure you'll get this
Oh, my
one.
God.
Jason Aldean.
Houston County. Houston, a mile inside of Bibb County.
I'm sorry.
A mile in back.
Where do y'all say?
Southern Bibb County.
Where's he from?
He's from Southern Bibb County.
So that city would be.
That's not in his city. It's Southern Bibb County.
I'm sorry, Google says Macon.
Google.
Y'all are
Google
from the
is so wrong.
same place.
Is that like
Google's
Dublin
right.
and East Dublin?
Yes. Yeah.
Listen, there is
Pretty
no.
much.
Listen, that is two separate places, Peyton. Don't you cross that bridge.
Next.
All right,
Should have known that one was coming.
Luke Bryan.
Milledgeville.
Derek.
Statesboro.
Payton. Down south, close to Albany.
You got me on that one.
I'm gonna guess Leesburg. Yep, I'm right.
Is that what it is? Damn, Brian's 2 for 2. How about that?
Woo! Keep it coming.
Give us another one.
Here's an easy one. Alan Jackson.
Chattahoochee.
I know this one.
What is it?
Noonan.
Payton? Agree or disagree?
Can I look at the paper?
That's what Brian's doing.
I thought I put it close
That's
enough
what-
to where you could.
That's what
man.
Brian's doing for sure.
You agree or disagree with Noonan?
I agree.
Great, you're right. Alan Jackson is from Noonan.
I was going to say
Oh,
I've
Chattahoochee
got one
City.
for you.
Go ahead.
What about Daryl Singletary?
Daryl Singletary.
He's not on Brian's list, so he
Where are
will
you
not
from?
get this one right.
You
Daryl-
Swingsboro.
Daryl Singletary.
No, he ain't from there.
He ain't from there?
Nope. He did not make the cut. I
Daryl
don't know.
Singletary.
Augusta.
Way down south.
Daryl
Bangers.
Singletary is
Valdosta.
from Tifton.
Close.
Tifton.
All right. Wiggum.
Wiggum. That was my next guess. Dang.
That's just outside of Tifton,
Beat
am I
me just
right?
by one.
Yeah, by
Within
Bainbridge,
60
you know.
miles.
Within 60 miles.
It's in the same state as Tifton.
All right, I've got one more, and
Okay.
you're not going to get this one. I'm doing this with the intent. Actually, I've got two more.
Okay.
Because I was a little bit
I'm having
salty.
fun.
I was a little bit salty about this list, and I will tell you why in a minute. We'll go with BG. Where's BG from? Brantley Gilbert. One of my favorite. We'll have him on the show one day.
I've got it. I know it.
We'll give everybody else an opportunity to think about it for a second.
I think I know it.
I don't know if I know any more cities in Georgia.
Okay, fair enough.
Augusta.
Derek,
Jackson.
Payton, agree or disagree?
It begins with a J. I know that.
Are you cheating?
Disagree.
You're right, Payton. Disagree. The answer is Jefferson.
Jefferson. I knew it was with a J.
Started with a J, ends with an N.
Put your glasses
middle
on, you could have
part,
seen the rest
you
of that.
had wrong.
Cheater.
Now, I'm going to go off of that one. Corey Smith. Where's Corey Smith from?
McRae.
I don't.
I was salty
I think
about
Corey
this
Taylor's
one.
from Iowa.
I was not in Georgia. I was salty about this one because Corey Smith did not make the list of country artists from the state of Georgia, but he too is from the beautiful city of Jefferson.
Oh.
I used to hang out with his aunt. Just saying.
It's kind of weird.
No, it's a cool chick, man. Actually, she
Interesting.
raised him. Last one, and I don't expect you guys to get this one, but I wanted to bring this up because the question
Like
was
the fourth last one.
no. The question was country music artists.
Sure.
So you think when you hear country music artists, you think of what, Payton? Country music
Yeah.
singers,
Bob Ross.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Sam Hunt.
You said country.
That's what I was supposed to say.
I got one even better for that. He's from Cedartown. Let me tell you something. No more is he country, but he is not a singer. He would be what you would call a talker.
I don't know these people.
How do you have music playing and, hey girl, I seen you from across the bar. Thought I'd come over because you were pretty far. Your friends are all there wanting to drink, but I got over there and I started to think. That's what the guy does. He just
Bars.
He just goes, and I did that off the top of my head,
That's
too.
bars
Thank
right
you.
there.
Yeah. You know it. So,
How
yeah.
about Travis Tritt?
Travis Tritt did make the list, I believe, and I think no, Travis did not make the list. Did he not?
Where's
Maybe we
he
should
did.
have
Yes,
had
he did.
Payton
He
do the
did.
list.
He did. Do you know where Travis Tritt is from? He did make the list.
Marietta.
Marietta, you are correct. There's another one from Marietta, too. And he would definitely be played on your Saturday night show. And if he's not, then I don't want to listen. From Marietta, Georgia, country music artist. He would be better off in a pine box.
Doug Stone.
Doug Stone. One of my favorites. One of my favorites when I was in high school. I loved me some Doug Stone.
They sing.
Boy, I'd get heartbroken by some little girl I thought I liked, and I'd put on Doug Stone, ride around, and smoke weed. Forget about her.
One of these days, I'm going to start watching Dr. Stone.
For those that don't know,
Here we go. You can't
for
go.
those that don't know, though, that was the old Brian. Just he's
Oh,
not.
they know.
Yeah, they should know. Yeah.
Because if I was the same Brian, I would not be on this show.
And
I would
pawned all the
have
equipment.
pawned all them bricks instead of laying them.
All right, we have reached the time of good content for this episode. We have reached the time of seriousness.
Hey, they got
and
two
keeping
Pops
it together.
killers. They got Tupac.
yeah.
They got Tupac's killers.
Hey,
Man.
listen,
Give it
that's
up.
great. Tupac's killers, aliens, drop the price of eggs. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. Make groceries cheaper. I saw something, one more thing. I saw something on TikTok the other day. It was somebody going like, oh, your Black Friday's coming up. Amazon Prime deal.
We've been had big
And he's like,
TVs.
man, I've been had a big TV. Make groceries cheaper.
Yeah, I've seen
Put
that.
groceries on sale.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean? I got an Xbox. Make eggs affordable.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you all so much. Thank you, Payton, for coming on,
thank you,
sharing
man.
us
Thank you
some
so
of the
much, man.
stuff you've dealt with and kind of what it's like blowing up on TikTok, man, and just getting some real good insight on who you are, man. We're going to have a link to his TikTok, or at least his TikTok name and handle, in the description. I'm not sure if it'll work out as a clickable link, but we'll definitely have his name down there. Go check him out. You know, like I said, we're going to try to get the orange juice video in there, but he's got a lot of other great
Good
videos,
stuff.
really hilarious, great content. Check him out, give him a follow. Let's try to get him back up, pushing on that 1 million number again. We'd love to help out with that.
Absolutely.
like I said, so at the release of this episode, we're going to have black T-shirts in. Hit us up on email or any of the numbers that Brian mentioned to get in line and make sure you want to get one before they are gone.
Do we really have a phone number?
I don't know.
We really
Brian
do.
said we did. I'm just not my phone number. Better not be my phone number.
Whoopsie.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyways, so and like I said, man, the videos have been doing great. But I will say, according to our YouTube analytics, 48.7% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed, and you right there, you're the one that I'm talking to. You see that down
Starting
there?
to look like a televangelist right now.
Right around right here, where it's not clicked on subscribe, and it's just like a subscribe. Click it. Make sure you turn the bell notifications on so you can always watch these videos. If you made it this far, you definitely like what we're doing. So make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss any of the content. Go back and check out some of our other videos. And with the threatening finger point. Anybody else have anything?
Good to go.
Good to go, Darren?
Thank you again, Payton, for coming on.
Yeah, man. Thank you
no
so
problem.
much. Go give them a follow.
It was fun, man. It was
Yeah.
a lot of, it
I
was a lot of
enjoyed
fun, man, for
It
sure.
was a good time. We will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.